Kiyra Lynn with Hollywood First Look, and today I'm sitting down with Sian-Pierre Regis and Rebecca Danigelis to talk about their new documentary, Duty Free. Let's take a first look.
This is my mom, Rebecca.
Hello.
She raised me and my brother in a tiny apartment. To make ends meet, my mom spent 50 years as a hotel housekeeper, and she always assumed she'd have a job. Smile. When I went to college, she cashed out her savings to put me through school. Then all of a sudden, her story took a turn.
I just got fired. They want me out. I've seen it happen with other people in my age group.
Her story was more universal than we could have ever imagined.
There ain't no reason anybody's gonna hire somebody that's 75 years of age.
I want you to write out a list of all the things you could never do, kind of like a bucket list, and I want to do them.
I couldn't get my mom a job, but what I could do was tell her story. Mom, you are on the homepage of USA Today.
Wow. You know, as a journalist, we have to be able to separate our emotion and just focus on the subject. Talk to me about that experience of putting on the director's hat and then also having to flip the switch and be that loving son who wanted to tell an honest story about your mother through both of your eyes.
You know, it was really important to me at the start of this film to be able to tell the story honestly and genuinely. I think as a journalist, everybody wants that, right? And we're often pitched facts that may not be true. And, you know, interestingly, this story started in 2016 with the rise of our past president. And so I was committed to making sure that I could tell this story in all of its facets and honestly. There were definitely moments that I wanted to put down the camera and give my mom a hug and you know be more of a son, but I really thought that like if I could just stay calm in that moment, shoot my mom in all her authenticity, then that would come through for the viewer. And that was more important, that somebody could watch my mom struggling to get back on her feet and say, I've been there, or I am there. And so, yeah, it was definitely a bit of a balancing act. And also knowing that it's my mom's legacy here on the line, right? And doing right by her. So definitely the hardest story I've ever told, but certainly the one that I'm the most proud of.
I'd love to know, out of all of the things that the two of you crossed off of your mom's bucket list, what was the most favorite one that the two of you experienced together?
What did we do together? We milked the cow.
I think I think one of them that we both were moved by was visiting my mom's sister's grave.
Oh, yes.
She wasn't able to make it to the funeral because she was working. It was really powerful, and it's powerful every time we watch it back. We both cry, just in terms of, you know, not only what was lost, but sort of what was mended or at least resolved by you being there. It was a lesson for me to make sure that you are present for, you know, some really big moments. And I think for you, it was a resolve.
Yes, I felt guilty for not going to it, but I was torn. My work defined me. I worked 7 days a week, 24 hours a day, living on the property. And I couldn't go 3,000 miles to a funeral in one day and come back and be here the next day. It was a hard decision not to go. And I regretted it because my sister brought me up. My mother died when I was young. She brought me up.
Your film premiered at IFC Center last night and to a sold-out show. You know, I'd love to know what that experience of seeing it with people on a big screen was like for you.
It was amazing. I mean, we had top billing there. It was as packed as it could be. I think it's at like 40% or something now, but the ushers and even the general manager was like, I haven't felt this much buzz for over a year now. And so it felt really good to usher in like a new moment into the theater and to see, you know, the title of the film up there. There's no greater feeling, and it's all in honor of my mom.
You know, the two of you are so close. Was there anything that the two of you discovered about each other, something that you didn't know before this experience?
Since this all started, I'm on furlough. I'm working, again, but I'm on furlough from another hotel at the moment. I've moved in with Sian-Pierre in New York, and I'm learning all his little ways of doing things, and his saving, and his vegetarianism, and all those exciting things. And it really is, I know the hundreds of friends that he has, and I'm realizing how lucky I am. I'm lucky I am that it didn't happen during the pandemic, which is now when so many other seniors are in my position, but they don't have a Sian-Pierre. Or the immigrants that don't speak English. Where do they go to for help? I realized I'm very lucky.
And for me, I mean, I say that this was the biggest gift for me as a son. I mean, I think we don't, as young people, ever see our moms beyond just being our moms, whether they're pesky or, intrusive or all those things. And I got to see my mom as a human being. I got to ask her every single question that I could ever have wanted to ask her. I got to learn about her before me, and that deep, deep knowledge of who she is and who I am through her is a gift that is priceless, that, and I'm just so thankful that I had that opportunity. And we're telling people, like, call your mom or call the mom in your life, commit to, making a bucket list, small or big, with them, and start by seeing the film. You can go to dutyfreefilm.com and see all the theaters that it's playing in, or watch it from home, but show somebody that you care and get to know the mom in your life.
Duty Free is currently playing in select theaters, virtual and in person, now. Congratulations, both of you.
Thank you so much, Kiyra. I really appreciate it. It does mean a lot. Thank you.
Hello from Sri Lanka.
Sri Lanka, India, China, Argentina, reaching out, understanding the story.
One of the great joys of being a mother is to see love come out in simple ways.
77!
You have one chance at life. For God's sake, live it the way that makes you comfortable.
Let's see your best hip-hop move.
It doesn't matter what anybody else thinks. This is your life.